For more on this, we go to Kevin Martin tonight. He is the president of Peace Action. Kevin, nice to have you with us this evening. I think what a lot of people are stunned by is that the South Korean president was just in the White House and then taken off guard by this announcement today. This is a very rare way to treat some of your best allies. Your take on that tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ed. It's a huge kick in the teeth, both to North Korea, as it was destroying its nuclear test site this very day, and also to President Moon of South Korea. He was only here in D.C. 48 hours ago, less than 48 hours ago. He barely got back to Seoul off the plane, and he had to call an emergency Security Council meeting at 11:30 last night because he was taken totally surprised by this. Now, it's regrettable, but it shouldn't be a big surprise with the incompetence and the erratic nature of this president and this administration.
So the fact that South Korea was not aware that this is a major change, the South Korean people, we've documented on this program quite often that they were certainly looking forward to this and they viewed this as a monumental move. But is this a case of too many voices being involved coming from the administration? It's the Secretary of State, it's the Vice President, it's the President. And even when they meet with the South Korean president, they still can't get on the same page. What does this say about dealing with other countries?
I mean, the voice is in Trump's head. That's another voice you have to deal with. I have no idea. But it does show that we need some adults who understand diplomacy to do this. And perhaps it was a mistake in the first place for Trump to have accepted, or maybe for Kim to even have invited him. Let other people that know what they're doing do the hard work of diplomacy, which could take a while, and let Trump, if he's still president at the time, which I'm hoping he won't be, show up to sign the thing and, you know, get a certificate, whatever, not the Nobel Peace Prize. Clearly, this administration doesn't know what they're doing, unless this was intentional. Certainly, John Bolton and Mike Pence talking about the Libya model had to have known that wouldn't go over well with Kim Jong Un. I don't think he wants to be overthrown and killed after giving up his nuclear weapons the way that Muammar Gaddafi was in Libya. So it's possible that that was intentional. But let's let other people, especially President Moon of South Korea, who's been doing all this fantastic work for diplomacy and the astonishing momentum towards peace and reconciliation that we've seen just this year, just since the beginning of this year, the wonderful Olympic truce. Let's let him do the work. Let Trump and the others sit on the sideline for a while. Let North and South Korea make peace. And if in the end Trump needs to come and sign some piece of paper, sure, let him do that.
Well, the reality is that South Korea doesn't have the military power to bring North Korea to its knees at any level. That's the dynamic in all of this. But I think what the mainstream media in America and all the Trump cheerleaders are missing is that this opens the door for Kim Jong Un to call up Moon Jae-in and say, you know what? The guy that's supposed to be your ally just played you for a chump. You can't believe what he says. And that's the big miss in all of this, isn't it?
It is, but there's still a lot that North and South Korea could make progress on. Economic integration, remains of dead soldiers being brought back, reunification of families that have been divided between North and South Korea. I would say even progress towards demilitarization or even denuclearization can be talked about. Also, you have to understand China is playing at least a behind-the-scenes role as a guarantor of North Korea's security at some level. Muammar Gaddafi didn't have that. Certainly Saddam Hussein didn't have that. Iran doesn't have that. So there is at least some security, not just with North Korea's nuclear force, but also with China backing them up at least at some level.
Kevin Martin, good to have you with us tonight. Appreciate your reaction to all of this news. Thank you.